that casting?
Oh, yeah, what?
Henry Cavil to play the prince.
I hope so. You'll know why.
I feel like by casting, I know that's just a rumor.
He was totally an Eric. Yeah, for sure.
And people were like, no, he's too old. Well, technically, Halle Bailey is technically, she is 19 years old.
Oh,
she's not.
Oh,
so she's 19.
So she's actually playing younger.
So she's but you can tell by the way she looks that
older.
She's going to be like 16 or 15. I don't know how old Ariel was in the cartoon. Was she like 15 or 14?
16.
Because I remember
she was 16.
Back in that day, back in those times, that was
16.
standard. Like grown men in their 30s married like 12, 13, 14-year-old girls. Yeah. But the life expectancy was like 40 back then.
That's true. I think he could pull it off because he still looks young.
Oh no, I think it'll be too creepy.
Just he has to shave. He has no hair. Just give him no hair.
With or without, I mean, because all people are gonna think is, why is Superman robbing the cradle like that? Well, because he's Superman. Probably
you can do what I want.
You can do what I want.
He looks like that. Yeah.
Who's gonna stop me?
Maybe they should make Zac Efron. I think he would be good.
He's too old. I feel like they're gonna.
He looks super baby faced.
No. I just feel like they're going to probably go with a young looking prince. Like his guy's going to probably be like 21 or 20 or something like that. And they're going to go that route. Like they're going to say that both the prince and Ariel are like teenagers. I feel like that's what they're going to do. But because I think you already started with one controversy with having, a black Ariel. Now you want to have a black Ariel
with an old ass man.
An old ass man.
They're just starting a bunch of crap. This is what's happening.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and but everyone's just making a big huff about this, and I don't think it's necessary. I think that she would actually be pretty great, but I don't think a lot of, at least Caucasian people, understand that. I know, as a white person speaking for Caucasians, I guess you would say.
Speaking for all Caucasians?
all. No. We were able to grow up with a lot of white princesses.
I saw that on Facebook. Somebody mentioned that.
They did?
I have to look up the post. One girl, it was a white girl. She was retweeted or something like that, and she said, "We've had all white princesses for 70. That's probably me. For 70 years." People need to, like, you guys need to stop being selfish or something like that.
As African Americans, they had to grow up with all white princesses, and until Tiana, which was just recent, they, and then we're mad because they want to make Ariel black.
Well, nobody's ever going to admit that that's why they're getting upset. But
that's exactly why.
Well, I won't put words in people's mouth, even if I think it. I feel like what they're going to say is, why can't they just stick to the original?
Well, that's
material?
where I took it back from the change part, that it wasn't even about race, but there are, all right, most of it is because they're changing up something that was original and it was good, right? Like it worked. Right. And then another part is because she is a different race, then it's too much change. Right. So again, it kind of intertwines with that. But yeah, for the most part, it's just because you're taking something and you're trying to completely change it.
People just went totally crazy.
Just make sure she has red hair. Like that would be different.
It's just like, I feel like everything was starting to be attacked. The second you say she's black, then all the other dominoes started to fall. Wait a second. Black people can't grow red hair. Wait a second. Everything else started to fall on. You can dye the hair. Yeah. Zendaya dyed her hair red. I'm sure if on the next Spider-Man movie, she'll be a redhead. But
she's a mermaid. Who cares? She has red hair.
I said mermaids for
because
one.
It's
mermaids
fictional.
Aren't real.
Yeah. So there should be no problem. Exactly. Honestly.
Mermaids.
People shouldn't think too much into
what
that.
People don't realize is, and like what you were touching a little bit on what you were saying earlier. Most of these things were written and developed and produced mostly by white people, because that's predominantly what the stories that were getting greenlit back then, and whatnot. Now, lately, Hollywood is starting to make doing more diverse things, because I guess they're reflecting what the world. I'm not going to say what it is or what it's becoming, what it's always been, but it's now it's just starting to. I feel like Honestly, I feel like it's getting to a point where people are starting to go, you know what? We've told these stories the same way so many times. Let's just, we'll take a chance. We'll tell it a different way. And if it works, and 9 times out of 10, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And when it does work, you go, you see, it worked out. We shouldn't freak out. Everybody hated the fact that Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker.
And he was the best one.
Oh my God. What's his name? Who played him before? Jack Nicholson is the best Joker ever. Yeah. He's the best. He's the best. Then Heath Ledger was cast. Now people think Heath Ledger is the best. And anybody who tries to be, you have to see what you have to see what's going to happen first. Nobody liked the. What was I going to say? Will Smith as the genie. People,
I loved him.
Before they saw the movie, they just knew it was going to be the worst thing about it. And it was one of the best things about it.
No, actually, I mean, I didn't think that. I was like, if anyone was to recreate the genie, Will Smith was probably the best bet.
I feel like even if Robin Williams was still alive, they probably wouldn't have gotten him. They might have gone with Will Smith anyway.
Probably. And the thing is, they didn't make Will Smith act like Robin Williams. They made him his own genie, which I loved. And yeah, I loved Aladdin. I thought that was great.
I feel like mermaids aren't real, whether you like it or not. So they're not always look. They don't always look like this. And as far as sticking with the source material, I say the same thing. Directors don't have to do that. A director's job is not to stick to the source material so we can all feel good about the source material. The director's job is to make the best movie that they can. And just like you said, if Halle did the best job in that audition, then she gets the part. Now, I feel like it's going to be 100% about who did the best job in the auditions. When we see the cast of the father, the sisters, and things like that, if they just go all the colors in the rainbow, it means that they just won on the merits.
That would be ideal. That's what I'm hoping for, because I'm like, all right, how are they going to do this if she is now African American? So
I don't think.
Curious.
Honestly, and even if I was the most pro-black, everything should be black kind of, which I'm not. I honestly wouldn't want to see an all-black cast. I feel like then I would feel like they were doing it on purpose and trying to make statements and stuff like that. With this, I feel like she just she was the best choice. Like she sung a little bit better than the second runner-up.
And she is a singer, so
she did.
That also helps.
Don't get me started on my theory about that. You want to hear my conspiracy theories about another reason why she was picked?
Yeah, tell me.
I looked her up a little bit, and it turns out that Halle is signed to a label that is executive produced and owned by Beyonce, who is cast as Nala
for
the Lion King.
It's all about who you know, too.
I think Beyonce may have. I don't feel like Beyonce nudged anybody, but I feel like Disney isn't stupid. I feel like Disney goes,
she might have mentioned
we can get her on. We probably got her on we definitely have Beyonce on this new upcoming soundtrack for the remake of The Lion King. We might want to stay in this Beyonce business. I mean, she's the #1 R&B singer right now. This is one of her artists. The girl can sing, but we might also get Beyonce in there. I feel like Disney is trying to get into the Beyonce business. So I feel like I feel like if everything was equal,
anything over,
I feel like, hey, you know what? This white girl with red hair who sings at the same level as her, has the same acting ability. Everything was 100% even. But Halle comes with Beyonce. Maybe that was what tipped the scale. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
And or that business is. I mean, it's probably mixed her both, honestly. Yeah,
probably.
She's got the connections and she has the talent. So
everybody wants to talk about. It's just this whole new movement. I don't feel like this is a movement thing. I just feel like if there's a conspiracy, I feel like it's Beyonce. Beyonce runs everything. And I think that's what's really going on.
Yeah, I think she has a song about that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she told us. We all know that.
It's not about. I don't feel like Disney's trying to make any messages. It's not.